It's Sunday, November 9th, and let me just say, it's always a good day when you wake up and get out of bed. I'm out of bed, I'm making my little coffee in my cat corner, my little cat coffee corner. I usually light a candle every morning. This one gave me a bit of a trouble, but it lit and then it calmed, and it's a great way to start the day. I've been trying to do a little kefir in the morning for my gut, so I'm pouring my kefir here, and I always put heavy whipping cream in my coffee. I love this kitty cup. Danielle gave me this cup. Just love it. And taking my time this morning, I am studying the book of Mark in our Wednesday's Woman Bible Study, which is called Wow, Women of the Word. I got these new pens from Sparkle, and I like to use them when I do my Bible study homework because they only give us teeny little spaces to write in. And so if I use different colors for every question, it's easier for me to share when we get to Bible study on Wednesday, share my answers so I can actually read what I've written. And I just spent a very slow Sunday morning doing some of my homework for this week's study. And I love this quiet time in the morning. I'm in my favorite moon robe, drinking out of a really cool cat glass, or cup rather. It was a super foggy morning, so I went outside to just take in the, just it's kind of got like this eerie feeling, super quiet, just taking it all in. And then I walked over to my library because Watercolor Carrie gave me stickers, and I want to put the stickers in my library for anyone to come take. And usually, oh my goodness, wait, aren't those so cute? They are so adorable. This is part of her monthly subscription. I like to organize the books. You don't see a messy library where I live. I like to come out in the morning and make sure my bookcase is nice and tidy. Testing 1, 2, 3. Does the mic work? It's under my shirt. It's Sunday, almost afternoon. Hi, Nyla. I know, you're the queen, so we let you sit on the island. It's really not good, but you are in charge of everything, so that's why you're loud. It's November 9th, it's Sunday, and I started my morning really, really slow, and I shared it with you in the little voiceover in the beginning. It was super foggy this morning, and it was nice and quiet, so I made my coffee and I settled in and just had my quiet time. And then I didn't share it, but I made runny eggs and sourdough toast from the farmer's market and bacon, and I said, thank you that I have this food. All these thoughts always going through my mind, but I'm very, very thankful that I had a beautiful breakfast. Motorcycle Man was complaining about this, not complaining. He just said, I notice every time I pick it up, it's slimy. I think it leaks. Well, guess what? Like several months ago, and I mean several, I bought this from IKEA, and it's so old that it's actually, I don't even know if you can tell, it's dusty. I don't have my glasses on, but it's dusty. That's how long I've had it. So I'm gonna take this funnel and I'm gonna funnel the soap into this new thing, and maybe it won't leak. Okay, that's one thing I'm gonna do this Sunday. Here we go. It's gonna get messy. That's not really this is actually not the soap that comes in here. It's a different soap. Here it is. I only made a small mess while transferring it, but Motorcycle Man's gonna be so like, whoa, where did that come from? I spoke and then it's been answered. The solution is solved. Does that make sense? Wow, you had one of those on hand? And I'll be like, of course I did. Oh, gotta get it pumping because here we go. Yeah, I think it's gonna be good. I don't think it's gonna get gunky. I don't. I think I solved the problem. I solved the problem. Now I have clean hands, and I'm gonna go sow, not sow, but sow my poppy seeds. I was going to do that at the end of October, but I think November 9th will be okay. So I'm gonna loosen the soil. I'm going to sow the seeds, and we're supposed to get, it's supposed to actually get into the 90s, like maybe 90, 89, 90, the beginning of the week, but by Thursday, we're supposed to have a lot of rain here in Southern California. So I thought perfect time to sow the seeds so that the rain will then like push them into the soil. It's going to be the perfect thing. So I'm planting red poppies. That's what I'm doing next on this Sunday. Here's the poppy seeds. I didn't buy these, by the way. I get my seeds from my own poppies that I grow. So when they go to seed, I collect the seed. Okay, see that? There's hundreds of tiny poppy seeds. So I'm gonna go sprinkle them. I'll take you with me, okay? Well, actually, originally they were purchased, but after the original purchase, they get refilled with my own seed. And look at this, Jen from Alaska, introvert in Alaska. They're Alaska red poppies, see? Isn't that cool? I don't know why I'm choosing to do this right now, but we're gonna have to pull some weeds. See that? We're gonna have to pull weeds because there are weeds. My pumpkins never grew, by the way, but look at, I'm already having California poppies right there. I thought these were going to be hollyhocks, but they never came up. I don't know if I should tear them out. This is what I really love. Moonbeam got me this in a pot, and I planted it, and it keeps blooming, and I just absolutely love it. So let me get started in this bright sunny day, pulling weeds, tilling the earth, and sowing the seeds. Believe it or not, that got my heart rate pumping. These are the weeds I found, and some of these, I'll have you know, are morning glory vines, which is actually the devil's flower, because it's just it just takes over. Couldn't remember the word. Invasive. It's a very invasive vine. Hard to get rid of, but I yanked some of those out because they choke out my roses. And I'll show you a little bit of how it looks. It was very easy. I just took out a few weeds, ruffled it up. They're very fine, tiny seeds, but you will see in spring, it's like the Wizard of Oz. That's why I have the witch feet over there, and the red poppies come up, and it's just my favorite time of year. Lots of days are my favorite times of year, but especially when those poppies come up. I already have some orange poppies coming up and some Frasia, I think it's called, some bulbs. And let me show you my, I want to show you my moon flower vine that I planted from seed. I've shared it before in some shorts. It blooms a huge white flower, but only at night under the moon, and then the flower dies the next day. I'll show you that vine coming up the library and over here, and then I'm done with this chore. This is the moonflower vine that's creeping up. These are the seeds. These are seed pods. And this is what it looks like just before it's about to bloom. Might have one here tonight, but it's creeping up. I also ordered solar Christmas lights for the library. Those should come soon. Super bright out, but these little fellas or ladies, they popped out on their own. These remind me of my childhood, and they just came here. Where do they say? Bloom where you were planted. And here they popped up over here. I didn't even replant these. They came up on their own. Some of you might know I live next door to Mimi and Papa Bear, Mama Bear. And Papa Bear made me a Nyla planter and surprised me. That's supposed to be Nyla, the queen. She's missing a little mustache. Can you tell I'm glowing? I got sweaty out there, but it's done. You got a little tour of the garden. I do want to tell you my plans for December and Vlogmas. I did it last year with jelly. It was so much fun. But then I had my physical in January after coming off all the tastes of little tiny jars of jelly for like 25 days. And I ate the whole jar every time. So my A1C was getting borderline. So I'm not doing jelly this year. But what I am going to do, and I want to share it with you so you can... It's going to be exciting. Vlogmas is going to be very short videos, but they're going to be, ready for this? They're puzzles. They're puzzles. They're tiny, tiny puzzles. Look how cute. Look how cute. They're going to be little tiny puzzles, and I'll do them on a time lapse, and then we'll get to see, is it Woodstock? Is it Snoopy? Is it Charlie Brown? Is it Lucy? Is it Linus? We don't know. You'll have to come see. So that is what's happening in December. Super stoked about it. And I changed the ink cartridge in the printer this morning, so I did that. And now I think I'm going to wipe the sweat from my brow and go play 7 bridge with Motorcycle Man in the park. We've been doing that on Sundays, and I love it so much. And it's a beautiful day out, so we're going to do that. Some of you have snow already. Here in Southern California, it still feels hot. And so we're going to sit in the park and play cards, maybe get a fancy coffee drink. I don't know. We'll see. And that's my Sunday. Hope you had a great one too. Instead of playing cards at the park, Motorcycle Man found an old cute house that has become a darling little coffee shop. It's called The Classic. We found this little tiny nook, and I chose it because the chairs had arms. And we sat here, but guess what? I spilt my water. Remember the first week we played cards, I dropped my ice cream? Well, this time I spilt my water. We didn't want to sit here anyway. It was very stuffy and kind of hot, so we went where we could get some fresh air. But then we got our ramen, so we wanted to eat our ramen before we played cards because there was not enough room to eat ramen and play cards. And boy, was the ramen delicious. We got mild because we're weak sauce and can't handle the spicy, but it was yummy. And I had to take a little walk around because you know me, I'm so curious like a cat. And I wanted to see what else is in this garden. Oh my goodness, it was so pretty. Very beautiful. It was a very hot day here in California, which was not so fun, but it was still nice. And look, he's over there. He's over there sitting and he's waiting for me patiently because I'm always wandering around. And so we played cards at this little cute cafe on a very sunny November Sunday. And this guy beat the socks off of me. So he won 5 games and I won 1. And we always say first 1 to 5 games is the winner of the entire weekend. So he was the winner of the weekend. And I had a lovely, lovely time with one of my favorite people on the entire planet, Mr. Motorcycle Man. And this was our Sunday, and thanks for watching. I'm sure this part's a bit boring, but it's important to me. And also, we went to Armstrong to buy more poppy seeds because I just think I need as many as possible. I bought 6 different varieties, and I'll be planting them on Wednesday before the rainstorm. I cannot wait.